Church, I thought it would be important for us to interview. Well, let me just say this. Do you remember the story that Dr. Long told us regarding the incident at the kiosk in the mall when he had to exchange his phone due to an incident that he had at home? I thought it would be good for us to interview not only the sales representative of that event, but also the technician that was involved in that particular incident. So we have with us here Johnny and Ronnie. Ronnie and Johnny. Ronnie and Johnny. And Ronnie here was the salesperson at the kiosk. So Mr. Ronnie, tell me something about that technical event that day.
Well, you know, we had this elderly gentleman to come in, and I just was there to cooperate with the sales representative, but he told me a guy looked like he'd had some water damage on his phone, and we need to get him a replacement device.
Yeah, I remember this gentleman comes up, and this gentleman, well, first of all, let me just say, he looked like the nicest man when he walked up. He was just a nice old man.
He did. He was nice.
You know, just hobbling up there on that bum leg he's got. I didn't know what it was. I thought this man's had a real hard time in life. I wanted to be nice to the gentleman. I really did. I thought he was going to be a nice gentleman. I asked him, sir, what is wrong with your phone? His comment to me was, well, I had a problem. It was dirty. I said, well, what does that mean? He said it was dirty. I said, well, okay, phones get dirty, and then after they get dirty, you just clean them off. He said, well, I did that. I said, well, how did you do that, sir? He said, well, that's the problem. He said, this phone's not waterproof. I stuck it down the sink and washed it off, and it stopped working right there. At that point, I thought I'd just go and bust out laughing right there. I just didn't know what to do with that. That's the funniest thing I ever heard.
I did too once it came back to me.
So I went and got my technician. My technician was there, and I thought we'd talk through this process.
Yeah, and I remember like it was yesterday, and I told him, I said, sir, the only kind of phones that we have are actually waterproof are the military kind, the military certified
And
phones.
he said, son, now what do you take me for? Some kind of fool? You know, looking at you is a study in human behavior, he said. I thought this nice old man just became pretty interesting to me. I thought he was going to
That
be
makes it hard to help people like
I'm
that.
telling you. So I wanted to get him one of those phones that had the big numbers, and all it had was the on and off, and just the big numbers, so that he could see it. And
That's right, because I remember saying, son, I don't want nothing fancy. I just want to be able to push a button and make a call.
And then, do you remember that he was talking about a Kindle?
Yeah, he said he wanted a Kindle, you know, the device that you can actually load books on and software
Well,
on.
actually, I thought he was talking about a Ken doll, because he said Ken doll, and I'm sitting here, man. Now, Sarah, you're too old to be playing with Barbie dolls, and you want a Ken doll? You mean a G.I. Joe or what? But you said Ken doll?
Yes, a Kindle, you know. You put your books on, and he said, I want to start reading my books. I travel a lot. I go to this country. I go to that country.
And that boy, you know what he said? Son, you're not listening to me. I never see anybody talk to somebody like that. I'm trying to be a nice gentleman helping out. Son, you're obviously not listening to me. You're obviously not hearing me.
He was not a nice man. I mean, I thought he was going to be nice, but he wasn't nice at that time.
So we just gave him the basic model. He didn't have no insurance.
Sir, let's wrap it up and let's get him out of here.
I just remember that nice gentleman. Well, what I thought was and he just hobbling off with his phone off into the sunset, saying he's going to some country somewhere next. Hope this thing works. Well, I hope it.
You do what you can. You do what you can.
Amen, brother.